Greetings loyal subscribers and honoured guests. Welcome to Season 2 of Covertape Chaos, where I will be taking a look at the power pack that came free on the cover of Commodore Format issue 13 to 24. I will be releasing a new episode every fortnight, and we have plenty of good stuff to look forward to over the coming months. This time though it's the turn of issue 13, which turns out is pretty lucky for us as there's a decent selection of games and demos for us to get stuck into. First up we have Turbocharge, a game that I recently reviewed in the last episode of the C64 review show. This is essentially System 3's answer to arcade games like Chase HQ, where the idea is to catch up with the bad guys, fill their car full of lead and take them into custody. Because this isn't a port of an existing license, the programmers were able to take full advantage of the C64's capabilities, resulting in fantastic graphics, amazing music and superb gameplay. The full game is one of the finest released for the system, and this demo version is a decent representation of the finished product. It does differ slightly from the game that was released though, as instead of two separate stages where you first smash through the border and then catch up with the criminal, this condenses the action down to one single stage which is over fairly quickly. The demo also takes what seems like an eternity to load, though the pain of this is offset by getting to listen to a stonking tune while you wait. The demo also seems to just freeze up once you beat it, rather than giving you any kind of congratulatory message or starting over, which is a shame. A decent start to this tape overall though. The second game on the tape is a multi-directional shooter by the name of Sunburst. The overall objective is to plunge yourself into the sun near the enemy base, causing it to explode. A little extreme perhaps, but whatever gets the job done. Before you can do that though, you need to destroy blue coloured enemies and pick up the energy that they drop, in order to charge yourself up. I found this game quite hard to control, and I was initially crashing into both the enemies and their base, which annoyingly resets your energy bar back to square one. After a little practice I did get better and managed to progress to the second stage. I had a fully charged ship and was ready to trigger the supernova, but I couldn't find the sun. This is an interesting game, definitely a nice change from the standard horizontal or vertical shooters of the day. There have been some good shoot 'em ups given away on the power packs up to this point, and this is another one to add to our growing collection. Third up we have Hacker 2. Now this is an incredibly cool idea for a video game, and the presentation is very smart too. Basically, you take on the role of a world-class hacker whose activities have been detected by the CIA. They have given you an ultimatum: help them obtain a highly sensitive document entitled the Doomsday Papers, or face long-term incarceration. To assist you in your search for the document, you have three little robots that can be remotely controlled, a bank of 4 monitors and a tape deck. The idea is to find which rooms contain cabinets, then bypass the security camera feed using your VCR equipment, and finally send in one of your little robot buddies to search the cabinet. Eventually you will find 4 parts of an 8-digit security code that can be used to access the vaults. You also need to disable the alarm systems before trying to steal the papers. This is a highly complex game, and while I found the controls and layout quite intuitive, I still struggled to get my head around how to control the robots without getting them detected and destroyed by the evil annihilators. Nevertheless, the game is fascinating, and I would love to check out a walkthrough on YouTube that shows how to play it properly. Finally, we have a playable demo of Rolling Ronnie, which is a definite change of pace after the rather cerebral nature of Hacker 2. You play as a clown on roller skates, though the write-up in Commodore Format says he is an errand boy who is also undercover for Scotland Yard, and the clown outfit is a disguise. Okay then. What you actually have here is a fairly decent platformer with some nice graphics and sound and responsive controls. It's nothing that will set the world on fire, to be honest, but it's fun for a few minutes. Really, games like this were all over the place in the 8 and 16-bit days, and this one doesn't really do anything truly remarkable to set itself apart from the competition. So then, that brings us to the end of another episode. For me, Turbocharge and Hacker 2 were the definite highlights of this tape. I will most definitely be taking the time to learn how to play Hacker 2 properly, as it seemed like a lot of fun and something truly different on the C64. I'll be back with episode 14 of Covertape Chaos in 2 weeks' time. In the meantime, take care.